you know, like all the passion and energy and all their hard work, you know, over the last couple of months with the campaign group. And so that goes to Mr. Sami Khan, Mohammed.
Hey.
So we've got a little...
so much.
Alright, so Shane's done it up for you, and that's got a little bubble.
Looking pleased, that's for sure.
He's happy, that's why he's not saying anything.
Sandy's angry.
Hi everyone, I'm just here with Mohammed, who is one of our wicked deadly little campaigners on our campaign committee here. So I'm just going to ask him a couple of questions just to get his thoughts on you know, deaths in custody and everything that we've been doing and what he's been involved with as well. So yeah, so thank you, my brother. So you want to let everyone know like how you got involved, like with deaths in custody? What made you come, you know, to deaths in custody and start doing the work that you've been doing with us?
Actually, first I heard the Mr. Ward campaign, how he had been actually died back of the band, and that was actually devastating and that's destroyed my heart. And in this meantime I found Death in Custody Was Committee, how stronger their campaign, and instantly I feel like to involved in Death in Custody Was Committee. And so once I involved, I started to know a lot of horrific things, how our Aboriginal people have been suffered by the systematic racism, by the police, their treatment, and without any reason how they have been treated, and they have been killed by police torture in custody. And the Death in Custody Was Committee actually very strong organization and big voice, and that's the way I feel like to involve, and I want to participate and raise my voice up against this discrimination, injustice happening our Aboriginal people million years in this country, and that's actually what triggers. And I felt like to very proud to myself to join the Death in Custody Was Committee to raise the voice for our Aboriginal people, whose country I came their country to live in their country. So I feel like to give them my gratefulness to live in their beautiful country and fight for their justice.
Yeah. Do you want to tell everybody like a bit about the stuff that you've done, like since you've been involved with deaths in custody? Like what have you, you know, like how we've all been working together and stuff. Like what stuff have you done since you've been involved with deaths in custody?
Actually, since I've been involved in the Death in Custody Was Committee, I started to involve our Aboriginal community and going to them for campaigning and visiting the Aboriginal community, just like encourage them and let them to know about, educated them, and a lot of things we're doing. There's a lot of campaign for Mr. Ward, Mr. Phillips. We went to the Kalgoorlie, and that was actually very big protest we made, and that was the first time it's happened in Kalgoorlie, and people, I can see the people power, and people were surprised to see our voice, our protest in Kalgoorlie, and that's the way we. I feel like 2011 is actually the year for our justice for Aboriginal people, and day by day, years by year, with Death in Custody Was Committee campaign, we are spreading all over the Australia, and that's the way we educating our Aboriginal people.
Yep. And so what do you know, like in the future, in regards to, you know, our campaigns? So you've got like the campaign for Mr. Phillips, campaign for Mr. Ward. We've also got the other campaigns, you know, to fight for justice. So what would you like to see the government do in regards to, you know, deaths in custody and the incarceration rate of Aboriginal people? Because you've come to Australia, you know, and got citizenship and stuff, and I remember you saying to me that you didn't know racism existed until and stuff. I remember you saying to me that you didn't.
Noticed in Labour and Liberal government policy to suppressing our Aboriginal people, systematic racism on them, and keep continuously putting them on jail, imprisonment. That's actually absolutely disgusting. It's my consideration and my belief, the government policy actually just kick them out from the mainstream society and putting them on prison because they scare our Aboriginal people because it's their country and they never have been treated well by this government, Labour level, and what we want to achieve, this injustice, they continuously what's going through our Aboriginal people tied in custody and imprisonment, how they spending million dollar in prison is for nothing. So we'll keep continuously fighting and we never ever give up until government what they not making the build the community for Aboriginal people, and we want to stop this carceration and our Aboriginal people by police racism, how they died in custody. We have to have stop that, and we'll keep continuously fighting until we achieve the justice.
And what do you, just one last thing, what message do you want to put out, you know, to the community and to society, you know, to get them to come forward and come and support the campaigns? What would you like to say and put out there to community to get them involved?
Actually, I want to say to the Australian mainstream society how actually our Aboriginal society, our Aboriginal community going through the systematic racism, and that was actually very injustice. So I'll say the community, they have to little bit get their time and be educated how our Aboriginal people stigmatized, marginalized for nothing, and they have to know the how they have been rejected from from employment, from any community services, counseling, our government policy, how the bad and racism and discrimination on them and suppressing and repression by government, and that's actually disgusting. So I asking to Australian society, mainstream people to understand and be educated how our Aboriginal people suffering years to years in their own land by the government discrimination and racism. And it is a very important, and I think every single of Australian should have to respect and they have to know about what's actually systematic racism our Aboriginal people going through years to years from 1788 and till still now. And it's
no, you've done very well, very well.